What's up, my friends? How are you doing? We're here to talk about what's going on in regards to potential commander unbannings that are going to happen maybe in a few days, right? This is something that I hadn't considered until it was brought up in yesterday's stream. People asking me what I thought the bans might be, anything getting unbanned. And I'm not used to thinking about commander when it comes to these announcements because until now, Wizards didn't have control over the format. So we're in a different world, and thus the title of today. Anyways, let me grab the live stream link. I'll pop that in the Discord, and then we will do our hellos, and off we goes. All right. Hope you guys have been having good Friday so far. Mine has been pretty good. All right. Let's go. What is going on here? Okay, no, that's fine. The keyboard is uneven now, too, so I can hear it bumping against the table. All right. Well, that's fine. It's already loud enough. So that's good. That has been done. Excellent. And everything is working properly with the stream. So excellent as well. Let me have a sip of tea and then we will say hello here. All right, perfect. What up, Superbacker, Aang, Millmaster, Kensuke, Teferi, Bad News, Westby, Lewis, Baba, Shelton, Seth, Smurf. Who else is in here? Zircon, Gianna, Error. Who else is in here? Kitty, Lowbrow, Demet, Juglum. I see Jess. Oh, it's like Romper Room. Everyday, Jimmy. Hey, Moxman in the house. What's up, buddy? How's life treating you? Busy as always, I assume, right? Running around nonstop with the energy of three men. All right, so hold on. What was it? Baba. Yeah, Baba, you said nice winter intro. Wish there was snow. And I read that and went, oh yeah, you know what? It's funny because this intro was made specifically at Christmas time. And the other intro that I've been using is in the winter and actually has snow. So I guess it doesn't really matter which one I use, but I had that fun little Christmas one. And I was like, okay, I'm going to trot it out. But I did think that, I didn't think about the fact that it would actually be, hey, there's no snow in this, but there is snow in the other one. So that's a fun little contrast. Smurf, you're correct. I am coming to town for Christmas. Christmas this year has been awesome. I've been having a great time. Ultimately, zero complaints in regards to the Christmas season overall. What up, CPAC? Moxman, you've had so much snow. Really? Well, I've heard other people getting snow. Haven't really been getting any here myself. We had a little bit, but it's already a memory. Kitty, you're hoping the unbanned dockside extortionist, you're holding some bags. My feeling is with the unbannings, they're not going to target cards that just got banned and caused the big controversy. I think they're going to leave that alone. I don't think they're just going to turn around and overturn it because they're going to play the long game of waiting and basically unbanning them way down the road, you know? That's ultimately what I think is going to happen. CPAC, you are here, but you're saying it like here. I am in your ears, bro. Shelton, you saw me on the server today. You died twice trying to get your stuff back from the first time that you died. Bro, it's funny. I played Minecraft for, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe an hour, wandering around, working on some stuff. And then because I had my bees going and growing, I wanted to leave the game running. So when you logged on, I wasn't actually there playing. I was out running errands at the time. And I came back and I saw it was like, basically, Shelton has been killed by a tainted swarm. Shelton has logged out of the game. That was the sequence. And I showed it to Carly, and she had a laugh too. And I said, now there's no way to know how long it was with the gap in between when you actually logged out and when you actually got taken out, but it was amusing to me. So I did see that earlier. I meant to mention it. So that's funny that you're bringing it up, man. Did you get your stuff back? Do you need new stuff? Because I got a bunch of stuff at my base. I end up with excess stuff. Lewis, Sol Ring? Sol Ring is untouchable. Wizards of the Coast will never make a move on Sol Ring, right? That's never going to happen. Sol Ring is always going to be treated like this special exception that anybody can have in their commander deck, and it doesn't make it a higher tier deck. You know? That will always be the only card like it. Sol Ring will never have any change as far as I'm concerned. I think that there's a couple of things that could happen with this upcoming ban announcement, right? For Commander, in terms, well, I mean, there are other, obviously, the One Ring is the big thing when it comes to this new ban announcement we're going to get. Vexing Baubles on people's radar as well as a couple other cards, but ultimately the One Ring is the talk of the town, right? Because it might be getting booted out of Modern. So that combined with the fact that I completely did not put together, oh, wait a minute, going forwards from now on, Commander ban announcements will impact Commander specifically straight from Wizards. This fundamentally changes how this works. So they could start their plans now when it comes to unbanning. So basically, I look at it one of two ways. Either they're going to ban the One Ring and just bite the bullet on that one because it's, 50 to 60% of decks or something like that are running it. Like, it is just very overrepresented at this point. So are they going to hit that? If they don't want to ban anything, they're not going to want to put out a ban announcement with nothing going on. So if they're going to go that route, what they can do is a Commander unbanning, because bans and ban announcements are times to either ban or unban cards. Most of the time it's ban, but they can unban some Commander cards. Now, I fully expect that they are going to essentially unban all Commander cards over a long enough time span, with maybe the exception of, what's it called? What was it? My mind got totally distracted and started running off on a tangent, and now I've literally lost track of the specific thing that I wanted to say. So let me get back to my train of thought. Basically, the idea is this. When it comes to Commander, they're going to unban everything over time with the exception of the reserve list stuff, which could theoretically get unbanned, but aren't a priority for Wizards because they can't make any money off of it. So what I expect to happen with Wizards in control of Commander, they've already stated that they are going to grade cards into different tiers, brackets, whatever you want to call it. They're going to group Commander cards into different categories. When they talked about it, they said tier 4 was the highest they were talking about at that point, but they could theoretically add a tier 5, which it feels a little bit like the reverse in terms of the numbering system, where the higher up you move the tier, like tier 0 would be the most powerful stuff, but in this it would actually be the weakest. But regardless, the main point is that Wizards of the Coast is going to be putting all of the Commander cards into different tiers to determine the power level of your deck, and whatever tier is the top tier, that's going to have the most powerful stuff in it, hands down. And because that's going to be where you just put the most powerful cards, Wizards won't need to ban Commander cards going forwards. They'll just be like, hey, anything we make will be fair game. And that opens the door for anything that's already on the banned list to be unbanned under the basic concept of, well, some people will want to play with it, but it's automatically the highest powered stuff. So have your rule zero conversation, boys. It's unbanned. But I expect Wizards not to look at the whole list and go, hey, we can unban all this and dump it, because obviously they're going to look to capitalize as much as possible on this. So what they're probably going to do is turn around and unban these cards in small batches when they can sell them as marquee cards. Like, for example, Iona, Shield of Emeria, has been unbanned. Coincidentally, we just happen to be releasing a product that you can buy that has Iona in it with an ultra special serialized treatment. Iona is the ultimate chase mythic from the set, and it also happens to be legal in Commander again. So they could just, like, there's a whole bunch of cards on the Commander ban list that are ripe for the picking. And I don't think that Wizards really will leave anything on there. And who knows, maybe even the reserve list stuff will get taken off the ban list just so there is no ban list. And then they go, there won't be Commander bans. I guess anti-cards, well, I guess there'll always have to be some cards on the Commander ban list. So I guess we'll never get to that point. But Millmaster, exactly. Every unban is a secret layer just waiting to happen. We've unbanned these 5 cards. Boom. They're in a secret layer. Jesse, should you buy a Jeweled Lotus now? There's so many factors that go into questions like that, right? Like, you can ask financial advice channels about that kind of stuff. People who are really, but ultimately the way I view it is when it comes to things like Jeweled Lotus, they're going to probably unban it at some point, most likely. And that's obviously for the reasons that I've already outlined. They'll do it, and then they'll sell more Jeweled Lotuses. But I have no idea if or when anybody should buy any of that stuff. At the end of the day, I've been playing Magic long enough that these are toys. You know, this is like a game to me, and I absolutely understand that the secondary market exists and influences people. But in terms of like timing the market and all that kind of stuff, it's not my forte, let's say, right? Especially since everybody's in different situations. It's like, without having a really good grasp of everything going on in your life. You know, that's what it feels like. When it's like, bro, I'm just asking about buying a cardboard rectangle about like a magical flower, okay? Like, why are you getting so specifically over the top with the, hey, I don't know, but hey, you know? Because I don't. What if they unban Grizzlebrand because of a reprint? I mean, Jason, that's exactly the stuff I'm talking about. That's what I would expect. Kitty, you hate when I make sense? So you must hate every day of the week, because I'm doing it every day, all day. That's all I do is make sense. One day, I'll make dollars. Oh. Otto, yeah, exactly. Exactly. The secret layer unbanning concept is one way to do it. They'll do it through that and through new set releases. Why wouldn't they? We're happy to return these cards to the community because we've decided that the format can handle it. And make sure to have your Rule Zero conversations because we're doing this in the best interest of the Commander casual community. Ching, ching, dollars! You know? That's it, Moxman, in a much less wordy way. Jeweled will get unbanned, just not yet. It's going to be a while. Hey, Shelton says, let's get some wheel action going on. I need my fix. Very well, Mr. Super Chatter. Let me put you up on the board, and we will go for a wheel spin. Bum, 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 bum. Wilson, there is no article. This is pure speculation based off the fact that there is a banned and restricted announcement coming up in a couple of days. This is definitely not something that Wizards of the Coast has specifically said. So there is no individual article for you to read. All right, Shelton, you are lord of the board. Let's go for a spin, big boy. I wonder if Santa's going to fall over. He might... I'm gonna move him. I'm gonna move him so he doesn't fall into the wheel and mess up the results. Let's go. Oh, it's Magic the Gathering. That's good because it's Christmas time. It's a magical time of the year. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. Let's do some Bloomburrow. Oh, because that is my favorite set of 2024. Let's do it. Okay. Rex, do I like the designs of the new gods of Am and Ket? I'm getting kind of tired of ugly frog women. I'll tell you that right now. These Ugmo frog women. I do like the fact that they created new gods. That is fun. The whole, oh, we've spawned new gods after the old ones have been run off or destroyed. Okay, that camera needs focusing. Hold on. So, I haven't fully read and absorbed the stuff on the new gods yet. So I don't have a ton of comments on it overall at this point, because I still need to read that. But I've been busy with other projects as well. Me and Carly's next movie review video is going to be ready to be released soon. We're actually making great time this month. We have a great pace this month in terms of how things are going for our videos. So it's sweet, man. It's sweet. The next one is the top 10 of 2024, but it's the tippy top half. Jess, you can't remember, do I stream on Christmas? Usually I like streaming, right? It's fun. So I tend to be around streaming pretty much every day, including Christmas. Rex, you like the look of the lion one? The frog one's just an Ugmo. Yeah, Sheldon, it's gonna be hard to top. It's gonna be hard to top the fire and ice, but I do have the list here, so we can see if anything I need for my Bloomburrow set comes up in this pack. All right, so we're starting out with the fat little goobly rabbit token who's just off for a walk. He looks so ineffectual. For some reason, he gives me vibes like the card soldiers from Alice in Wonderland, the one that served the queen. There's just something about it. Maybe it's the stance. Maybe it's the ineffectualness feel of it, you know? Did any of the old Am and Ket gods remain? I think Hazaret is the only one on the side of the people. And then for the enemy ones, is it the Scorpion? I believe the Scorpion and Locust gods are still alive, and they were run off into the desert. I will definitely, I'll be doing a lore video, definitely going over all that for Fantasy Geographic. So that is slated in my schedule as well. And I have to finish the Grand Archive stuff. I got so much stuff. So many different little pokers in the fire, bro. All right, so Rabid Gnaw. This is a red spell that feels like a green spell, you know? The whole giving your guy a boost of power and dealing damage to another creature. It feels green, because red normally doesn't go, yo, I need a third party to settle my disputes. It's, I'll just set your face on fire, and that'll do it. That'll be good. It is amusing, this actual gigantic set of teeth that are bursting out. All right. Then we got the Winter Swamp. Bro, that's on theme. I love these winter lands that evoke a journey. I mean, even though the guy's depicted in the same spot, we're seeing the same vista. We're seeing it through different seasons. So it has that flickering, like you'd see in a movie where it flickers through the seasons. You see 4 of them and it's like a year has passed. It's pretty sweet. I honestly really dig this vibe. So that's cool with me, man. And then we got Camellia the Seed Miser. I feel like I have her. I feel like I have her. Let's check. Yeah, okay. I have her, so that's not needed for the set, but still is a pretty sweet card, man. 3 for a 3/3 legendary Squirrel Warlock with Menace. Gives it your other squirrel's Menace. Whenever you sack 1 or more foods, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. 2 forage, put a +1/+1 counter on each squirrel you control. So it's a pretty hardy squirrel lord, and man, do they cram a lot onto cards nowadays, right? Plus, she's got the seeds from maple leaf trees. I'm used to seeing these flittering down all over the place, and I don't usually see them shown in things like magic cards. So I like that. I mean, I also like the fact that the leaf down here looks like the Canadian flag. So overall, a lot of things I like about Bloomburrow. Funky card. Then we got a Drift Gloom Coyote. Look at that. The crazy Calamity Wolf versus this little rabbit soldier who doesn't even really feel, I don't know, just the fact that he's running on all fours like that, it totally reverts him to his animal nature, and they kind of forget they're not humans really, but you know their human side that makes them more civilized or more like us. It's pretty funky. Splash Portal. You got this little goof bag coming through the water portal. We got a raccoon with, this is like the cheapest Guardians of the Galaxy knockoff. Then we got Treetop Sentries looking kind of goofy, honestly. Like, he looks goofy. He looks goofy. He actually looks rabid and intense. Take out the trash. Imagine that, man. Imagine you had to cast a spell every time to get rid of your garbage. That feels like it's way more work than just putting your trash in a trash bag and throwing it, out front for the trash man to come and get. This feels like way more work. It's gotta cost more like energy to use magic like this than to just physically walk the trash, bro. Pond Prophet. I like this guy. 2 mana, 1/1, and you get to draw a card when he comes out. It's not like it's the most amazing card, but I just like little value dudes like that sometimes. Oh, we got the crazy Nature Mole swinging in with the Nature Swirls. That's pretty sweet. Banishing Light with some bats on it. Wait, they're fighting off the dragon, man. They're fighting off the Dragon Hawk. When did that happen? Would have been cool to see that in the story. The story must have gone differently in the initial writing. Psychic Whirl. A Water Spout Warden. And Dire Sight. That does look pretty dire, man. I'm going to look into the future. And it's like, oh, shit. I wish I never did, man. Also, the fact that it costs you, some of your life force to do that doesn't feel worth it, man. Just to be sad. I'm sad. I saw the future, and it's going to suck, bro. It's going to suck. That was a good pack. That was a good pack. Well done, Shelton. Oh, man. So, we've been watching Christmas movies, right? And way more than usual because we've got the movie review channel and thought it'd be fun to do a 12 Christmas special, 12 Christmas movies video. So I've watched more Christmas movies this year than any year ever before, even when you just had cable TV and just watched what was on. I've watched so many different Christmas specials I've never seen. And last night, I watched the most deranged one that I have ever seen, where it's called The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. And it's made by the same guys who made the Rudolph claymation movie that I love, Rankin Bass, right? It's made by them. But they smoked all the crack on earth before they made this because it is just deranged. You start out the movie and there's this like gigantic forest druid with these crazy like antler racks on his head and a mystic crystal on his forehead. And I don't know what the hell his name was. Zimzam, Zarb, something like that. He was known as the Great Huntsman. I guess you find that out like 2/3 of the way through the movie. But he's like an immortal. He's an immortal. And he is calling a council of other immortal beings, including fucking demons. This movie is a Christmas movie. It's Santa Claus's origin story. It's Santa Claus's origin story, which starts with an immortal consorting with demons. With fucking demons. That's what I said. We're watching. And I said to Carly, I'm like, Is that a demon? Is that a demon? Heavy Metal, do you like demons? Gossip, do you like demons? Nika, you love that one? You love that Christmas special? CPAX membership message says, wow, 30 months. You have the best Magic channel. Plus, I love your Christmas tree. I'll try and tune in on Christmas Day. Hell yeah, CPAC. Also, buddy, if you love the Christmas tree vibe, just so you know, it's being used at the end of the stream too. So, and our Christmas setup is just as nice now, or maybe even nicer. I don't know. Either way, it's great. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, thanks for being a member of the channel, buddy, and thanks for the nice message. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Jess, it's a fucking figure of speech. When you call somebody crackheaded, you're just saying it's insane. It's just another word for that. It's not literally exhorting the creative capabilities that are endowed upon people when they consume crack. Okay, bro? All right? Use your fucking noggin. All right? It's crackheaded. That's what you say. That's what you say. So this is Santa's origin story that starts with an immortal magician woodsman who gets a whole council of immortals together, including demons, and says, hey, we need to make fucking Santa Claus immortal. That's what happens. The movie just starts with a whole bunch of crazy looking different characters. Like, it was just surreal, bro. There's just so many crazy different characters. And it's like, I'm here to petition you that we make Santa immortal. And then he does it he tells them the entire story of Santa's life. From when he was a baby all the way until he's a fucking adult and old. And the details of the story are insane. Like, no one had ever made toys before Santa Claus. Nobody on Earth had ever made toys before Santa Claus. It's ever. He just made toys and nobody else did. He's the only one who made toys. But like this fucking immortal huntsman magician dude has a hard-on for Santa becoming immortal, when it turns out only one person ever can be made immortal. There's the immortality shroud. There's only one of it in existence. And it can all like, once you make the guy immortal, it can't be used by anybody else. And since they're immortal, it's just one use. And he's all the immortals must come together and we must talk about Santa Claus. And I'm going to tell you his entire life story because I want to make him immortal, because nobody's ever gotten toys before. And it's insane. It's insane. Santa Claus just wants to take toys and give them to kids. And the fucking immortal guy is like, we got to do something because the spirit's going to visit. And you just start thinking for a second, like a spirit's going to visit? Are they doing some kind of variation of the three spirits from A Christmas Carol? And then they go, a spirit of death will visit him. What the fuck? Isn't this a Christmas movie for kids? A spirit of death? What is happening right now? We've got to make Santa immortal because the spirit of death is coming for him. What? And they waited until he's really old to make him immortal. They didn't do it when he was young and hardy. They fucking did it when he's old with his creaky old body. And Santa just takes presents to kids. But there's these things called the fucking Ooga Boogas or whatever the hell they're called. There's something really close to that. They had a really dumbass name. Oogas or something. Whatever it was, they had dumb names. But they're like these crazy fucking ape monsters that have these spiky tusks and they can turn invisible. And they just come to Santa and they take his bag of presents. Every time Santa shows up with presents, they just shake him down. They take the presents. But they don't do anything to him. They just restrain him, take his presents, and then they just throw them in a cavern. They have a cavern that they just keep filling with presents, and they taunt Santa going, keep bringing presents, bitch. We'll keep taking them and putting them in our cavern. And you're just like, what is going on? And so to deal with these fucking Ooga Booga things that are invisible that will run up to him and steal his presents and hold them hostage, he borrows a set of flying reindeer from a half-man, half-dragon lizard wizard thing that like loaned him the fucking reindeer, but then got angry that Santa brought them back late, like a kid who'd gone on a date and took the fucking daughter home too late. And so the guy who owned the flying reindeer is like, fuck you can't use them again. And everybody in town came and was like, fuck you, bro, let him use them. And he's just like, fine, I'll let him use them, but you only can use them one day a year, you fucking dick. So that's why Santa does it on Christmas Eve. And these fucking Ooga Booga things, man. Remember, all they did was like steal the presents from Santa. That's all they did. At a certain point, the Immortals gang up and just squad up to go and fuck up the Ooga Boogas. And I mean, fuck them up. I haven't seen a more one-sided fight. Like, I just started to feel for the Ooga Boogas, where I was like, yo, all they did was take Santa's presents, man. Like, for real. The plan was to go and take the presents back from the Ooga Boogas. So they went to do that. But they went and did it with maximum force. Like, the huntsman gets his fucking axe, his woodman's axe, and he just points it at one of the fucking Ooga Boogas, and it explodes. It fucking explodes, man. It's boom, gone, dead. And it's like, bro, all they did was grab Santa and steal bags of toys from him. They fucking blew it up. And then there was another one. Where they had like, it was like some weird little piece of ivy or something like that. And they just threw it at an Ooga Booga. They just went boom. They threw it at the Ooga Booga. And it turned into a big flower. Instantly. It polymorphed into a giant flower. And because it's winter, it instantly wilted and died in the snow. And I went, holy shit. They're fucking killing. Like, they killed half of the Ooga Boogas. And then the other half just left. And Carly was like, I can't believe the Ooga Boogas just left. They didn't even say anything. I'm like, they were in fucking shock, Carly. All they did was steal some bags of presents. And these guys didn't show up and say, give us back your presents. There was no ultimatums. They just started killing people. It was so maximum overdrive over the top that I couldn't believe what the fuck I was watching. I'm like, this is a Christmas movie? What is happening? It's fucking bonkers. Katie, is this one of the movies I reviewed? This is one of the movies that will be in the Christmas review. Yes. I didn't think I was going to see anything crazier than fucking Sinbad just casually warping reality by detaching his fucking hand and reattaching it like it was nothing after firing across the room. I didn't think that would get topped, but the fucking the life and adventures of Santa Claus it's so crackheaded, bro. It's so crackheaded. I would watch it again. Absolutely. Rankin and Bass made some really fucking weird movies. Like that movie where the little drummer boy is enslaved by that fat dude who sings like, I can't work like the other men do when the goose is hanging high. Like he's singing a song about how he doesn't want to work hard to a kid that he's enslaved. The little drummer boy just looks fucking angry when he's singing and sings insane songs like, why can't the animals smile? And that's how he sings it too. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, Magaro, that special is your late friend's favorite. You made her angry by talking during your viewing. Well, that anger is ultimately what killed her. So, joke's on her, I guess. You can still watch it and talk all you want. Nika, now I see why you like it. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. This is, it's like you watch it and you're like, this is a Christmas movie. Yeah. This is the origins of Santa Claus. I'm sure there's some other crazy shit that I'm not even remembering right now, but it was like, I was like, this is how they're building out the mythology of Santa. This is how Santa became immortal. A fucking council of demons and shit. What? And the demon was so into it. The demon was so on board. Juggling, you watched Jingle All the Way earlier today. Isn't it fucked when Sinbad just fires his hand off and then reattaches it and just is like, hey, like, what is that? Moxman, Mrs. Moxman's angry. The drummer boy is her favorite. What? How could that be your fucking favorite, bro? Ask her if she was like held in a bathtub as a baby underwater for a couple minutes and oxygen didn't make it to her brain. How the fuck could that movie be your favorite? That movie is fucking sad and miserable, and the little drummer boy looks angry all the time. I will say that the song that the fat guy sings, The Goose is Hanging High, is banger. I legit want to take singing lessons to learn how to sing that shit right, and I want to do my own version of that song. Sometimes I sing it in the fucking shower, bro. It's legit. But that special is garbage. It's garbage. Hawker, have I made a deck with Iron Man? No. Nope. I do not have Iron Man nor my own proxied copy, so I have not. So yeah, that movie was deranged. Moxman, she's excited to have me over again, maybe next week. Not Carly, just me, and I can pack lightly. Well, I'm tired of life, so that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure I will be packed lightly under 6 feet of dirt. But guess what? Me being dead in the ground doesn't change the fact that the little drummer boy sucks a fat bag of tuna fish ball sackness. How about that? How about that, Moxman's lady? How about that? Larry, what? Now you're... What? Okay, that reads like it was written by random AI. The Little Drummer Boy is the origin story of Dracula. By the time Castlevania rolls around, he's given up impaling people on stakes. Like, that... Are you literally just copying and pasting from AI, bro? Gianna, you remember it? It's weird? Yup. Did you notice who wrote The Life and Times of Santa? The dude that wrote Oz? You mean the show about prisoners? Where dudes fight? We're fighting because we're in jail and it's tough here in jail. That's where Moxman's wife belongs for liking the little drummer boy as her favorite. That's her favorite? She has terrible taste. Terrible. Terrible. The dude that wrote The Wizard of Oz? Well, guess what, Millmaster? There's lots of different names of things in the world, so... How am I supposed to know, man? The guy who wrote The Wizard of Oz? The Wizard of Oz is out there, too. It is a bizarre film, right? But the thing is, this one's crazier because it's a Christmas movie. And it's made by the same... Like, they made Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's not... That one's got some craziness to it, but it's not that crazy in comparison to The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, which is just bonkers. Larry, you're not even drunk or high, and your brain's still pretty much coming up with the dumbest shit imaginable. Well, maybe you need to. Nika, you love mine and Moxman's bro-relationship. I feel like that bro-relationship sounds like the name of a expensive drink at a hipster cafe. You know? CPAC Red One has a real cool Santa. Oh, what do you guys think? Should I watch Red One this Christmas season? Should I watch Red One? I mean... The name sounds like one step from Red Rocket. Am I right? And with that, it's time for me to put some nuts in my mouth. Cosmic, it's fine. Oh, you know what? I've got the poll option. Why don't I do that? Why don't we use the tools that the techno gods have provided us? All right, there we go. Just mystical as AI? You mean that guy who sings, "Touch your mom, watch yourself, show me what your turkey's worth"? You know what I'm talking about? You know, I came here with my foot in my hand. Don't make me leave with your remote in my mouth. Hawker, you and your wife are going to see it, but when it hits Hulu. That makes sense. Juggle him, you think I should watch it. Fair enough, man. Air, feel that if I'm watching Christmas movies, might as well check out the most current movie. That is a reasonable thought. Master, what the fuck is a red one? Star Wars? Well, you take The Rock and then you lose interest. It's got The Rock in it, and I think that he puts Santa in a sleeper hold or something. And then I don't know, probably something about rockets. They probably fly on rockets at some point. And then they're like, "You're too big to be Santa." And it's like, no, but I'm beefy. I'm The Rock. And every movie I'm in now is awful. So, what up, Nerdvana? How you doing, buddy? Gianni, you always figured that was some weird druid hippie version of Christmas. It's insane. In Red One, Santa can bench press over 500 pounds. That's a lot of pounds. It's not as bad as the John Cena Lotto movie. Soth, bro, that movie is on my short list for the worst movies I've watched in 2024. I go out of my way to avoid bad movies, so there's not many contenders. But that one is, not only is it on the short list, it is guaranteed to be on the finalized list. There is no question about it. I cannot fucking stand Aquafina. Holy fucking shit. She is awful to listen to. Awful to listen to. Not funny. And looks like an old man. So, I don't know what fucking secrets she has on people in the entertainment industry, or what picture she has, or whatever, that's helping her have the career that she fucking does. But I cannot stand her. Jack of Flames membership message says, foot, remote, hand, commander unbands. What have I walked into? You've walked into my nonsense parade, bro. I was talking about modified mystical lyrics for part of that. The Rock and a group of disgruntled elves steal the plans for Santa's Death Star. Jugglem, you like Christmas movies but don't like The Rock. It's not that I dislike The Rock. In fact, I used to like The Rock in movies, but it just seems like everything I see him in now, the movie's not good. And it's not like he stands out and he's specifically terrible and everything is like good around him. He's just in whatever movies. The movies just feel like whatever. You know what I mean? That's ultimately the biggest emotion that these movies evince, you know? I haven't seen Cocaine Bear. Shelton, you don't like it when they say this movie's a new holiday classic. What makes them think this new Christmas movie will withstand the test of time? It's a good question. It's a good question. It's a bold claim, and almost nothing will, right? Red One is a very weird take on presidential Santa with a bodyguard. Okay. All right. Mailmaster, nope. I've not seen the Dunwich Horror. Jess, all right. Just feeding random crap into an AI and it's yelling about clockwork music boxes. Okay, then. CPAC, name any recent classics. Yeah, good question. I can't think of any. I can't think of any new Christmas specials that have come out that. I don't know. I think part of the problem is things that were made in earlier eras were. They were all made with the specific purpose of, like, hey, we're going to ultimately use this to make money. But old specials wanted to actually entertain you, not just exist. And it's like we're living in the era of the death of entertainment, and we're living in the era of content. We never used to call things content before. Content is a very bland term. It's the oatmeal mismatch, whatever. It'll keep you going. Not particularly flavorful, but you can shovel it down with no problem. Whether you have problems with your teeth or anything else, it's just content. Just shovel it down. It exists. Look at it and then move on. And it's just a lot of a hollow. There's so many different requirements that go into making these things that are an attempt to try and manipulate the numbers into making more money or whatever it's going to be that will get that desired result, that the actual entertainment value of whatever's being created isn't secondary. It's like 10 down the list. So you just end up with emptiness. Emptiness. Have I seen the sequel to A Christmas Story? The one where he's all grown up? I think I did see it. But I don't remember anything about it. Yeah, Nirvana, man, they changed Star Wars and messed Star Wars up so bad that even people who barely pay attention to it and aren't regular enjoyers of Star Wars, like me, who barely pays attention to it, I see how much they've messed things up horrifically. Mailmaster, the era of conformity. They used to let artists take chances and develop. Now they just mash the next cog in line into the same rebooted, remade mold. That doesn't hit my ear wrong, bro. Doesn't sound incorrect to me. Gianna, there was that one last stop action animation picture. That one. Oh, okay. You're saying The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus was the last one? Well, yeah, maybe after they finished it, they looked at each other and went, what have we done? What is this? I think we need to stop now. it's their rock bottom. They're like, oh God, what have we wrought? Juggling Jess is definitely an AI. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. He's an AI. Larry, you didn't care for Cocaine Bear. It was kind of stupid, actually. I would expect it to be stupid. It's just about a bear getting hopped up on drugs. Right? Like, that's how. Like, what intelligence are you going to expect from a movie where it's like, we show a drugged up bear going on a rampage? That's one of those, Carly likes to call them, easy watching movies. Where you just like, you don't got to worry about it. It's the same kind of, you expect that much of a story from a run-of-the-mill horror movie, you know? Cosmic, have I seen the Christmas movie that took place in Nakatomi Plaza? You think you can slide that die-hardness by me, bro? You think you can fool me? Smurf, they convinced everyone it was wrong to say anything negative, so people can't even make jokes now. It's ridiculous. There is some of that silliness going on. Yeah, McGar used to be skeptical of reboots and remakes. Then you dread them. Now you won't even give them a chance. I feel that, actually. I was like, it might be all right. And then I went to, they're all going to be terrible. And then it's indifferent. I'm like, whatever. Did you know they're making a 14th version of Strawberry Shortcake? Oh, cool, I guess. Whatever. Sure. Who cares? Who cares? Bill Master, I did not read your thesis on Christmas movies. I didn't. I did not. I just saw the categories and that was it. Yeah, for me, Die Hard ain't a Christmas movie, but I also don't give a shit. It's not one of those things where I'm like, and other people can't consider it a Christmas movie. People can have whatever movies they want as their Christmas movies. Die Hard isn't a Christmas-themed movie, but it's fine if people want it to be the Christmas movie. What the hell do I care? Moxman bought 10,000 shares of Hasbro today. That's crazy, bro. You got mad money. How much did that cost? Like $500,000? Dude is loaded. If you guys didn't know, Moxman's got like, I don't know, 30, 40 million bucks at least. I've seen his stuff. I know. And I report on the Magic News, and that's the Magic News. That's right, Noah. Potential unban on the 16th. Wizards is in charge of Commander now. So, stuff could get unbanned, bro. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. I fully expect Commander unbannings to be occurring, but I can't say for certain that it would happen this time around, you know? But it's possible. Moxman! Look at that, buddy. Wow, you buy a lot of Hasbro. Enjoy it. Moxman, this just in. Official news. Moxman has just bought a controlling interest in Hasbro. And now all complaints about Magic go directly to Moxman. If you don't like Aether Drift's theme, tell Moxman to get fucked, bro. That's it. That's right, Nirvana. Tell Moxman. Moxman Vanguard bought a bunch today? Like Card Fight Vanguard? Is there a battle going on? Is Card... Okay, this just in. Card Fight Vanguard attempting a hostile takeover of Hasbro with Moxman at the head of this new investment conglomerate. More news as it is breaking. All right? This is news you can fucking bank on, bro. 100%. No, you think it's going to take him 2 more years to ban the One Ring? Well, that is quite the timeline, bro. That's a long time. Moxman, if you had that cash, you'd buy Bell. Oh, bro. Is that... You going to bring back telephone booths so people have a place to jack it in the streets again? Right? That's one thing I remember back in the day. You know, they had little phone booths where you could go in and call your fucking drug dealer. Moxman, I will. I will, buddy. I will. Joe, direct all complaints about investing to Moxman. He's in charge of Hasbro now, bro. Just wrong. Moxman doesn't trade all his time for money. Moxman has made a Faustian bargain with the devil where he actually trades some of his child's future life in exchange for more magic products. So the more magic boxes you see behind him, the shorter his kid's life's going to be. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? But it's worth it. I would also take magic products and have Moxman's kid's life be shorter. 100%. Any day of the week. You know? Couple packs of Fallen Empires, chop a couple of years off his life. Oh, Thompson, you're back in Chattanooga. Is that slang for something? What does that mean? Ross, have I seen Before Sunrise trilogy? The Before Sunrise trilogy? No, I haven't even heard of it. But yeah, no, bringing up movies, obviously, very welcome. I do enjoy talking about movies. Habanero, you remember phone booths in San Francisco? You go in glass poop houses. Like that movie Out of Time. Is that the one with Johnny Depp and his kid gets taken? No, I agree. I think that there's not going to be any bans in Commander for, well, ever again. But I don't know. When it comes to modern, the Commander outrage and people getting upset about a one ring ban aren't the same thing. One is managing a competitive format and one is managing something entirely different. Petra, you're so glad you weren't drinking while I was talking about Moxman's Faustian bargain. Thompson, it's a town in Tennessee. Is that a euphemism? Nirvana, you got one booth left that you know of in St. John's. It's inside a building, but still people take dumps on it. All right. What up, Luke? Shelton, you just read Millmaster's thesis on Christmas movies. It's changed your entire outlook on Christmas movies. It was probably written by a bot. An AI wrote it. An AI, you know what? I'll go look at it right now. And I'll tell you. It's AI. Straight out. Yeah, that's AI. It's got all kinds of A's and I's in there, bro. It's got all of the vowels. So, got to throw that one out, bro. A-I-E-O-U-Y, they're all there, bro. They are all there. Luke, what do I think about the Youps? What the hell's a Yoop, bro? What do you think about all the Youps that are showing up? What the fuck is that? Is it you got a medical condition? Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. They're good movies. Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. Nope, Julie Delpy. Oh! Alright. Yeah. I think I might have heard of one of those in passing. Are they like serious dramas? Yeah, McGraw, they'd pay for everything with lifespan. Oh, yeah, that's right. Where you can like turn your wrist upside down and give people time. Or I'm taking your time. I'm taking it. Jess, you're a real boy. Yeah, tell it to Pinocchio, buddy. You guys can, I don't know, lie each other's noses into each other's butts as much as you want. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. Shouting, you've been had by a robot. With your last breath, you cursed the AI. Moxman, you're like, who got the 10K shares? It's Elon. He's coming in. He's going to change the name of Hasbro to X and Magic the Gathering to X And all the cards will be called X. That's what's going to happen. Unidentified aerial phenomenon, new lingo for UFOs. Oh, I remember, like, how many months ago was it there was that whole stupid, oh my God, guys, did you hear, like, they're having a government hearing in America about the fucking UFOs, and they're like, we're calling them unidentified aerial phenomenon, but we found one, and it had non-human DNA on it, and it's like, it's a fucking drone. It's a drone that probably has some fucking grass or a bug smacked on it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, the government's gonna be like, so, you know, people are panicky fucking idiots and can't be trusted in the slightest to not freak out, but we're just gonna casually drop the bomb on you. Holy fuck, aliens are real, guys! It's like Independence Day! They brought space cooties! I know it's a goofy name, but it's the worst plague mankind has ever seen! We're all gonna fucking die! You know? Like they would just be like, we're here to convene this very boring discussion about, oh my God, something flew through the sky. Yeah, it's a fucking drone or something. Who cares? UFOs, my ass, bro. You know? Aliens, they're out there somewhere in the fucking universe. Right? Very small chance they're currently on Earth. Very, very infinitesimally small chance. Theoretically possible. Infinitesimally small chance. But if they are, there ain't gonna be no random government panel. Call the order. We're gonna tell what we're gonna do about ET. Hey, I don't want ET putting his glowing finger on my kid's butthole. What are we gonna do about these fucking aliens coming across the space borders? Oh, God. It's so fucking stupid. It's just like a drone. Like kids have them or whatever. Oh, no, bro. There's like a million alien spacecrafts flying around all over. And the government's going to tell us all about it because that's what they do. Like, you'd have to, like, the thing is, if aliens showed up and you could cover it up, you'd absolutely have to. Do you know the fucking level of upheaval that would create in society if alien, like, life was irrefutably here? There's no, oh, it's theoretical or whatever. And we know mathematically and scientifically it has to be out there. Genuine alien life showing up on Earth would be insanely tumultuous. And there's no way that they would just fall. Oh, let's panic and freak out, people. Forget it. Frog says if it's identified and an unidentified flying object, is it truly unidentified? Maybe that's why they got rid of the name. And now it's a UAP, which is how I feel. It's like, hey, aliens are here. UAP. That's about it. That's about it. Nerdvana, no. See, that wouldn't happen. People wouldn't forget about religion real fast. And the clash with their religion and the cognitive dissonance that would create all kinds of problems. People wouldn't just be like, aliens are here. I have to give up my faith. Nope. That's not how it works, man. Faith isn't faith because it's founded on fucking logic, bro. You know? Ain't that simple. No. When things contradict your religion, you fucking destroy them. You don't abandon your religion. That's like not a universal, but that's a lot of people's responses. So, yeah. Cranky, you're going to be the first human to get an STD from an alien. It's that like that Saturday Night Live skit. Then his dick shriveled off and flew into space. What? Nerdvana, protein chains. Yeah, that's how you form that life, bro. Yeah, we can't even explain how life formed on this planet. And you think we can predict life light years away. Exactly. The only reason that aliens feel like they must exist is because the entire like universe, all of it, it's just so gigantic. And so the math just says it's likely somewhere. But it's also so vast that even though it exists, it's irrelevant that it exists. It's like if there was a hot Pop-Tart waiting for you right now, but it was on the moon. Okay. I'll never get it. I will never see that Pop-Tart. I will never experience it. It exists out there. I know it exists out there, but it can't affect my existence. Jess, you think it's illogical that not only nothing exists? Frogs, you don't even know, man. Alien life could be out there and it could be 10 times dumber than we are. Just be like, what? That's it? Like you're just somehow gain the magical ability to see the other, like what other alien life is there? And there's only one other planet and it sucks. And everybody's a fucking moron Magoo. You're like, these guys are morons! And they don't even have arms! Larry, there's probably intelligent life out there that's wondering if we exist. Right now, some fat salamander lady is pondering the existence of aliens. And she's thinking of you, Larry. She's thinking of you with her salamander brain. They have their own card games about running a bank. I resign today as president of the bank. Oh, Juggling, humans are a fluke 50,000 years too early. Fuck, we're not done. Put us back in the oven, bro. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I want to do a 12 days of Christmas thing where I open some random things for Christmas. Doing it the way that feels right to me. The lead up to Christmas, not actual Christmas onwards. I don't care what history and others say. That's what I want to do. Unless I forget that's what I want to do and don't even keep it going. But today, it means that we're going to look at the deck. We're going to look at the Zendikar deck right here, man. I got this intro pack from Battle for Zendikar with Barrage Tyrant in it. Oh, comes with a couple of nice booster packs. I'll save those. I shall save those for later. Heavy Metal, your sister sent you Zelda Echoes of Wisdom today. Nice, man. That's awesome. Would not mind having that game. Alright, so what do they put in this deck? You get a foil Barrage Tyrant. Oh, do they put all the rares at the front? A Serpentine Spike. Is it just the two rares? And then Sludge Crawlers, Kozilek Sentinels, Culling Drones, Forerunners of Slada, Nettle Drones. Man, this is pretty underwhelming. File Aggregate. This one's okay. Power is equal to the number of other color, or not other, the number of colorless creatures you control. It's got Trample. And then it's got Ingest as well, which ultimately isn't that exciting, but whatever. Dominator Drone. Vestige of Emrakul. This deck is just... Mindraker. Silent Skimmer. Blighted Fen. This one's okay, actually. Black and 4. Sack it. Target opponent sacrifice a creature. That's okay. Evolving Wilds, Looming Spires. So this is when it enters the battlefield, it comes in tapped and gives a creature +1/+1 and first strike on a turn. That one's all right. Then we got a whole bunch of mountains and swamps, it looks like. Is there more stuff at the back? Probably. There we go. All right. Processor Assault. We got a couple of those. Transgress the Mind. This artwork is awesome, bro. 1 black and 1 devoid. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a card from it with converted mana cost 3 or greater and exile that card. So it's not too bad in terms of, removing something from your opponent's hand. The artwork with the Eldrazi reaching in through the back of the skull and just like pulling it apart with the hands is so insane, man. This is just such evocative artwork, bro. This is crazy. Molten Nursery. That one's funky too. Touch of the Void. Look at somebody's having a bad day. All right, you don't want to be in those Japanese animes with them girls and them tentacles, boy. No, you do not. Complete disregard. This is an Eldrazi just walking over somebody like they're not even there, man. That's wild. Just, you're just step underfoot, crushed underfoot like an ant. That's wild. Swarm Surge. And then Grip of Desolation. Just being crushed in the hand of an Eldrazi Titan. It exiles target creature and target land. So Giant Hand just comes down, boom, and then just crushes in, wiping what's inside out of existence, bro. Like, that is pretty sick. Pretty sick. So yeah, that counts as my first day of Christmas thing. All right, and if I remember, there will be more things. Now, do these come with deck boxes? These old ones? Doesn't look like it. Frogs! I will not fathom how much me acknowledging and responding to your comments means to you. Love the videos and your channels. Thanks so much. No problem. Glad you enjoy them, buddy. All right. Just some inserts. Doesn't look like these have a deck box. Well, that's okay. It's not like I would really want to keep this together to use as a deck anyways, right? It is a random pile of mostly unexciting jankalanka, right? But still, an interesting look back. Not too far back, right? This was 10 years ago, so. I also have an Eldritch Moon one for another night. And some other things. I have some other things too, so we shall do the 12 Days of Goodness. There'll probably be a couple of vintage Magic boosters slid in there as well. Just infinite money, that's what you want. That's it. That's it. All right, so for the poll on Red 1, it's pretty much even. No 50%, yes 49%. For some reason, it didn't go 50-50. So it must have broken down with it's like 50 point whatever and then 49 point whatever. Gianna, the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. That's from the Boondocks. The Boondocks was a fun show. Uncle Ruckus is absolutely amazing. Petri, you thought it was going to be random packs of Battle for Zendikar. There's 2 of those as well. I'm keeping the packs for now. We're doing the decks. We're going through the decks, and the packs will be saved for either another day of the Christmas openings or some other Magic opening, you know? I have more boosters of current sets like Bloomburrow and Duskmourn and not that many of the older boosters. So, decks first. Because that's the only thing these decks are really good for is looking through and seeing what's up. Smurf says, that's Pulp Fiction. It's Samuel L. Jackson's line. Well, I mean, it could be in both. It could be in both. Pulp Fiction's pretty good. That movie's wild. That movie is wild. But is it as wild as The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus? I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I'm shuffling this all around when I probably don't need to be doing that. It's just going to make it more annoying later. Especially since probably the most useful stuff out of this deck is going to be the basics. There we go. Oh, it was over there. Samuel L. Jackson was the one who said it in Boondocks. There you go. There you go. It's in both. What up, Eric? You hope everything except the big four from September get unbanned? That would be quite the unbanning. I think that Wizards of the Coast is going to milk it for as much money as they can. So I expect it to be slow rolled. Petri, yeah, I got a lot of laughs out of Boondocks. 100%, man. 100%. There was a lot of funny stuff in it. It feels like funny things like that are harder to come by lately in newer made productions. Fucking all of them are good, bro. Jungle, you got the DVDs. Nice. You can enjoy it whenever you want them. That's pretty sweet, my man. It's got to make you happy. Having the stuff on demand. Then you've got to worry. Especially useful when the internet goes out. You get too accustomed to it. You get too used to having it, and then boom, it's gone. And you're just like, okay, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? But if you got things kicking around, you already got the files, you got the discs, whatever it is, then use good. Granky waiting on that Flash unbanning. I don't know how they're going to decide what to unban first. I'm guessing it'll be based on market prices of what the cards are now and what they think they might become if they unban them. Habanero Boondocks used to be Sunday Comics. Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I always just thought it was a show. Oh, Eric, you miss Hunger Force? Aqua Teen Hunger Force was great. They were pretty out there. And a lot of the stuff they said made me laugh pretty hard. Smack talking, you know? Like Shake just talking about me wanting to be like, you look at him. You look at him and you tell me there's a God. Like it's just... Jess, you only know Boondock Saints? Well, that's something very different. Very different. I've seen so much of the Boondocks that I can hear the theme song in my head right now. It's been playing since we started talking about it. Yeah, I want candy. MCP pants in the house, bro. Sometimes me and Carly end up singing that crap because it's just ridiculous. It's fun. Yeah, my girl, you're still smarting over your Mana Crypt being banned? Unforgivable! One day you will move past it, bro. But not today. Today ain't that day. Yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force had a lot of classic moments. The show was on for years, man. But, a lot of comedy tends to struggle in particular political climates where people are like really uppity and touchy. So it does make it harder. Habanero's Super Birthday Snake is your favorite episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force? There's so many crazy ones, man. So many, and just moments, like Carl's amazing. This don't matter. Nothing matters. Like he's just fucking dead inside. Oh. And the hand banana episode. I want my name to be Spaghetti. It's so stupid. It's so dumb, but it makes me laugh. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Shit makes me laugh. Just Mana Crypt sucks. Yeah, you get a lot of people disagreeing with you on that one, bro. You get a lot of pushback on that, my man. Oh shit, it's Friday the 13th, isn't it? It's an unlucky day, bro. Watch out for the bad times. It's not, I don't actually believe in that shit, but some people do. Pretty wild to think that a black cat walking in front of you is going to cause you genuine problems, man. It's a pretty wild way of thinking. Augustus, it's true. Friday the 13th is almost over. We haven't been murdered by axe murderers or Freddy or anything, so we're doing all right. Lowbrow, you wait. Leovold's gonna get unbanned. He's coming for you. He's coming for you, bro. I think that Mana Crypt should be half of every commander deck. I think after the uproar, they should unban Mana Crypt and make it mandatory. Mandatory to have half of your deck be Mana Crypts. Buildmaster, the people not here tonight are getting axe murdered. I can only protect the people who put the fucking blood on their doors, by coming into the stream. You have put the lamb's blood on your door, and you shall survive the coming wrath of the universe. But, anybody not in the stream could get axe murdered. Not by me, because I'm here, but, the universe. Habanero's Super Birthday Snake is one of your all-time favorite Meatwad lines. You can't just decide that I'm drunk. That's between me and God. Oh, Meatwad's amazing too. Frylock is all right. Frylock exists. He's like the straight man for Shakes and Meatwad's insanity, right? What up, Kikoshi? Larry, what? Black cats aren't bad luck. It means your luck is terrible. What the hell do you think the difference between bad and terrible is, bro? Carl being made of eyeballs. Oh, when he had the skin that was eyeballs. Remember when they gave Santa a soccer ball skin? Oh, man. Yeah, there's so many different episodes of that one. The Moonanites, they're fantastic. Those other dumb aliens that they troll. All of it is great. It's a lot of fun. I like the one, that's my tea. I don't want that anymore. Pop that there. What's it? The episode where Shake, there's that doll and he's like throwing it off the cliff. He's throwing it off the cliff and he's yelling about Highlander and all that. Highlander was a documentary about events that happened in real time. I heard somebody say that, and I was like, what the hell did you say? The fuck is that nonsense? And then he's like, it's from this show. It's like, okay, all right, I'll check it out. Eric, yeah, Adult Swim did have a bunch of good stuff. If I had to choose one to be real, which would I choose, aliens or ghosts? I mean, I already think aliens are real and ghosts aren't, so I've already made my choice, buddy. It's aliens. Habanero, you have the first 5 seasons and the movie. Talking about it's making you want to rewatch them. Do it up. Billy, what's this about an unbanning? We're unbanning bananas for lunch. You are now allowed to have bananas with your lunch. Smurf, yeah, exactly. I agree. You have to have a serious guy like Frylock to make it work. It changes the nature of it otherwise. It's like Beavis and Butthead, or Beavis and Butthead plus somebody who's going to stop them from being idiots. Petri, you want braids unbanned? I can't see why it wouldn't be, man. Smurf, you like the sirloin episode? Oh, what about that? What is it, like a Halloween one or whatever? There's a dude with... There's like that like spider that lives in the attic or whatever, and he's supposed to say intimidating things like, nice head. I think I'll take it. Jack, you always wanted bananas with your lunch. Well, now you can live that dream, bro. Jugglum, you had peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwiches for lunch today. That sounds good. Augustus, yes, you may get radioactive. Petri, that's right. Jiggle Billy and Happy Time here. Come on, y'all. Commence the jiggling. Cowboy Bebop and Inuyasha. Yep, I remember watching those, man. Zergondo, I remember when someone put up an LED Moonanite and people thought it was a terrorist attack or something. No, I didn't, actually. Baba, Ed, and Eddie. Was that an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, or is that something else? Imagine if the government was pineapple on pizzas now banned. That would probably get a whole bunch of protest, not really based on people caring about pineapple, but definitely feeling like it's a massive overreach of government, you know? Zircon, the Moonanite Panic of Boston 2007. Yeah, I never heard of that, bro. I never heard of that. Jack, you prefer the Robots Ever episode? I now regularly incorporate the phrase hot garbage pizza whenever I can. I like the one random episode of Futurama where you have that guy selling pizza and he's like, it's full of fresh bees. And it's like, what? The LED Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie promotional pieces were mistaken as moms. Baba, it's a different Cartoon Network show. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of it. It was a cartoon along with Dexter's Lab and Johnny Bravo. Oh, okay. Well, those, like, Aqua Teen Hunger Force is for adults. Those other cartoons aren't, you know? I mean, adults can watch them, but they're not for adults. It's a show about kids trying to scam money from their neighborhood kids to get money for jawbreakers. Ah, yep, that definitely sounds like a kid show. But it wasn't one of mine, man. It wasn't one of the kid shows that I grew up with, so I have no recollection even slightly of that property. Adult Swim was the best of the Cartoon Network. Adult Swim was pretty good. Joe, yeah, actually I do. I do remember the Futurama episode where Fry ends up worm infested from eating a truck stop sandwich. Frogs, you miss Outlaw Star. No one talks about that anime. That's true. I'd never heard of it before. Desolator recommended it to me, and I still have yet to check it out. That's true, Billy. I fucking grew up 1,000,000 years ago before a lot of these cartoons and shit were out. That's the reality. I am as ancient as the dust that is trod upon daily. Oh, man. Ah. Jack, yo, yeah, I remember Duckman. I can't remember much about it aside from it was voiced by Buddy from Seinfeld. Wolf's Rain. That one was awful. Rain! Wolf's Rain was just... God, it got worse the further you went in, man. We finished watching House. It's all done. The ending for House was satisfactory. It was fine. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Just, it's done and I'm good. I'm glad the House is finished because first couple seasons were awesome and then it started to head downwards. And by the end, I was like, I'm ready for this to be over. Luke, Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous. Yeah, when there's trouble, you call DW, bro. Error Outlaw Star is awesome. I really should watch it. I'm going to at some point. Space Ghost, Coast to Coast, and Sea Lab. I've only seen the Space Ghost, Aqua Teen, Hunger Force thing. That's it. I've never seen any other Space Ghost, and I've never seen Sea Lab. Jack, you have the whole series of Duckman on DVD. This new era where you can access full seasons of everything has given me more of an appreciation for watching full seasons. Before the era of the internet, when you could only get that stuff through DVDs, I didn't really get most shows. I didn't want to. It didn't feel worth it. But now that the internet has allowed me to watch shows from start to finish, I see how much better it is to be able to watch the entire thing sequentially, even if it's a show where the story isn't something that really carries from episode to episode, but there will be callbacks and nods to previous episodes, and things that happened in previous episodes will influence the characters and how they behave in future episodes, but not in a way where you can't just enjoy them compartmentalized as well, you know? Habanero says Wolf's Rain was garbage. Watched a few episodes when I was a teen, and even then I knew it was garbage. Me and Carly checked it out last year or the year before. I can't remember when we checked it out. We watched it for a while, and it didn't even make sense. It was stupid. Bots, Wolf's Rain confused the living shit out of you. What was it about? I don't even know if it knew what it was about, bro. Outlaw Star is only 24 episodes. Makes it easier to watch. There is that. Sea Lab is stupid and funny. Well, I like that, honestly. So that works for me. Riley, what's up? Zircon, you have the first 5 or 6 seasons of Aqua Teen Hunger Force on DVD. Dig them out and watch them. Hell yeah, bro. Millmaster, you feel like you liked Wolf's Rain, but you can't remember what it's about? It was awful. It was awful. I feel like I've heard of Sea Lab somewhere. I don't know. But I am stoked. I am stoked that the new movie review video that we did will be tomorrow. Is our actually looking over it to make sure there's no problems with it before we put it out. So if you have not already checked out the movie review channel, there's the link to do so when you feel like it. Just C Lab 2020. I don't know, man. Sounds like it's older than that. It's supposed to be about people who can take the form of humans, but wolves naturally are extinct. Yeah, they're like people and wolves, but it shows them in a way where you just go, well, how is this even possible? Like when it's like, he was doing this in his wolf form, but it's like, well, how do you like grab somebody who's falling by the wrist or whatever if you're in a wolf form without just biting into them with your mouth and whatever? It just didn't make sense and felt stupid. It felt dumb, bro. You know? It was ultimately very underwhelming. I mean, actually, more than underwhelming, it was downright annoying, genuinely. Where it's just like, what the hell is like? Why is it? Why is this like this, bro? What is the deal? Who made these decisions ultimately to go with this? Because yeah, it was just annoying. It was annoying indeed. It just. Smurf, the store championships tomorrow. All right, buddy, have a good time with that. There are always wolves where they can hypnotize humans to see them as humans, but it's post-apocalyptic. Yeah, but then they do things where you're like, how would you do that as a wolf? Shelton, you're enjoying this anime where the protagonist loves magical girls but gets forced to join the villains. Love the comedy and the story. Some of the weirdest, goofiest little animes can be quite enjoyable. The Stuck in Another World or Reincarnated in Another World but with my cell phone was dumb, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Some of the premises they have turn out to be a lot of fun, and I'm surprised by them. That feels like Japan is one of the parts of the world where you can still find more creative concepts being put forth instead of just trying to regurgitate pre-existing stuff we have, you know? Yeah, exactly, Augustus. You've seen it, and it's fun and dumb. Habanero, you totally forgot to send me some of the D&D style animes that have come out recently. Well, it's all right. Still plenty of time. Mailmaster, you think until Sony finally buys every studio, won't more studios just pop up? Joe, FLCL was a short 6 episodes. It was odd but enjoyable. 6 episodes is short, man. That's like almost BBC level, where that's what they'll do. They'll just commission seasons of things that are 6 episodes long. I'm more accustomed to North American seasons of shows where you'd see 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 shows in a season. Oh, man. Jordan, the answer to that is enough, buddy. The answer to that is the right amount. the exact correct the exact correct amount is the answer. Oh, man. All right. All right. It's time for me to get going. So thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. I will catch up again with you soon. But in the meantime, have fun, guys. Have fun. Christmas goodbyes.